So I just watched Before the Storm, and I had no idea Looney Tunes co-sponsored this series. Also known as Other Voices Part .5, this focuses on Megatron discovering another golden disc, this one of alien design, and beginning his grand play to, dominate the universe. This is where we finally get to see Megatron at his scheming best. And here, he's got his own thing going on. So now he is talking about a truce with the Maximals, because in his own words, he doesn't have time for them. Something else is going on, something much bigger, something alien involved, because all of the gears are now coming into play all at once. It's important to note that this episode was originally designed as a 4-part finale. Other Voices was going to be a 4-parter, but apparently the logistics of anything beyond 2 parts is a little bit difficult, so they decided keep it to 2, and this just became a lead-in episode. But it's still very much part of the entire thing. You could easily watch it as a 3-parter and it would perfectly work. If anything, it's like the season-ending movie to Beast Wars Season 1. So, like I said, there is a new golden disc. This one with alien runes rather than the sounds of Earth stamped onto it. And they never really explained why this one was identical, or why there's just another golden disc that the Vok designed that happens to match the one that was designed on Earth. Weird little coincidence that they're literally the exact same color and shape and only have the carvings to tell them apart. It's convenience. I don't know. Like 2 golden discs is just kind of cool. I guess there's just no official reasoning for it. But it does give Megatron a lot more information that he was after. And it gives him, according to him, a glimpse of true power beyond even what Energon could have supplied him. This is Megatron at his best. We finally get to see the scheming, grand plan Megatron that makes him such a fan favorite and potentially the most dangerous Megatron, because he does show himself to be exceptionally smart and calculating. The scene where he is negotiating the truce with Primal is so much just him talking and Primal accepting everything that's going on. At every point, it is clear he knows exactly what's happening and that he is manipulating things exactly the way he wants them. He offers Primal a truce, and he knows Primal will accept it because he's a Maximal. He has to give peace a chance, and that's exactly what happens. So the premise of this episode is them trying to figure out what Megatron is up to and not violate the truce, which in this case seems to be a very literal ceasefire, because punching seems to be okay. See, what else seems to be okay? There's a lot here. Infiltrating the enemy's base seems to be okay. That's not a truce violation. There's a lot of deceptions going on. There's a lot of trickery. There's a lot of making Predacons ram into things and dropping things on them. This is apparently completely within the regards of a Cybertronian truce. When you're dealing with a species that warred for 4 million years, that's actually not too surprising, really. Let's see. But yeah, this is Megatron just being like super intelligent. Also, the first time we got to see him taking a bath, which is going to be a running theme. He is animated weird in this episode, I will admit. Every scene where he's sitting in his control chair, he's missing most of his kibble, including even like the armor on his shoulders, which looks like super weird when it's just like the exposed joint you normally just see in his armpit. It's a bizarre thing. Like he looked like he's literally stripped down for some reason, which I guess is just animation making it easier since he's sitting in a chair. Best guess, I don't know. See, aside from just Megatron just being the grand schemer here, we finally get to see Tarantulas' scheme coming through. He steals a transwarp cell and blows up Waspinator just for good measure on his way out, making it very clear he intends on evacuating the planet. The thing about this is, I can't, okay, now don't correct me in the comments, but like I haven't seen Other Voices in a long time. So I don't know where he got the stasis pod that he's using to transwarp Stellan. I completely forget. I assume he just uses the pod that Black Arachnia was born from. But then why would he want Infernos? I don't know, unless Infernos is the working one and Black Arachnia is the... I don't know. I'm hoping they explain that. I'm hoping I'm just like forgetting an explanation in the other episodes. Like I said, don't let me know. Trust me, I'll find out here in a bit. The truce itself is such a funny premise because they try so many ways of working around it. And it's all very Looney Tunes. As I indicated in the cold open, there is making them, tricking them into running into each other, complete with comedic facial exaggeration. There is forcing them to run into Rhinox's backside so he can sit on them, or running smack first into a steel plate. There's dropping boulders on Predacons. There is the Wile E. Coyote spot where Primal disconnects Inferno's thrusters and causes him to drop. And we get the bird's eye view of him just like falling dead center of the camera and then vanishing before little poof of dirt when he impacts. Very much like a love letter to the classic Looney Tunes tropes. So considering the heavy story that we're going to get once we get into other voices, probably a good idea here to go with such a comedic episode. And even then, even though it's a comedic episode, there's still so many serious tones here between Megatron getting serious and especially the ending. Tigatron is very ominous in his warning that the aliens are on their way. After all of this like interference and observance, this is them finally getting directly involved, which of course is a huge deal that they have been building up to the entire series so far. And it's also punctuated by Megatron revealing that everything was basically according to his plan anyway. He knew the big thing. The scene I like in this is Primal thinks he's outsmarting Megatron by making it look like they're trying to infiltrate Rat Trap in, which would be, by my count, the third time he infiltrated the base. But Megatron anticipated this. But the real infiltrator was Tigatron, who was getting in during this big distraction. Megatron makes it clear that them trying to catch Tigatron and was just a ruse himself. He wanted them to get out with that info. He wanted them to act on it. So at every point in this episode, Megatron feels like he is in complete control. The Maximals got their way. They got the information they wanted. But Megatron got the truce that he was after, and he planted the bait that he wanted to plant. This is a Predacon victory episode, which again really ramps up how serious Megatron can be as an enemy and really sets the Predacons to be a legitimate threat coming up. So just a quick little tidbit as we go out. This is the first instance of Inferno referring to Megatron as Queen, which Megatron laments. So apparently this is something he's been doing for a while now off screen. Just a funny little tidbit. This is definitely an enjoyable episode, bordering on masterful. There is such an even balance. You know what? Screw it. It's masterful. I'm going to give it top scoring here. It's such a perfect blend of the heavy, ominous drama that's going to set up the stage for the season finale and a good bit of comedy thrown in. And it's all very well done in like classic animation style. Like I said, it's a Looney Tunes love letter disguised as a very ominous episode. Very, very enjoyable all around. So that is Before the Storm. So join me. I'll be doing Other Voices Part 1 and Part 2 on the same day. So enjoy both of those episodes when they drop, and hopefully I will see you then. Guys, I am facing the most powerful enemy any YouTuber can face, the algorithm, and I need your help to defeat him. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and leave a comment. Every time you do, we attack that algorithm and we drive it back until it can no longer defeat this channel. Thank you very much.